Chris Burden says of Softly Through the Night, "This piece came out of a long-standing desire to be on TV. The more I thought about it, the simplest way seemed to be to purchase a commercial advertising slot." The honesty and innocence of this statement are an interesting contrast to the usual understanding of this work as conflicted and dark. This contrast and ambiguity are defining characteristics of Chris Burden's work. Burden is very conscious of aesthetic. He says he shot the piece in black and white because the glass on pavement resembled stars. The piece has a sparse, single-channel, single-shot aesthetic with little or no editing. This helps reveal the primal qualities of the work and its opposition to mass media television and slick editing. Robert Horowitz, in his 1976 Art Forum essay, White Light, White Heat, writes about Burden that every piece centers on some sort of iconoclastic behavior that floods its surroundings with an almost palpable atmosphere of anxiety and fascination, and, at the same time, grounds the work in a level of experience that is conspicuously extracultural, primal, atavistic. This primal quality is often described in connection to body and performance artists from this era. Pamela Lee writes in her essay, Bare Lives, "In the 1960s and 1970s, the image of the body crossed by violence was a brute fact of everyday life, and was the visual and phenomenal horizon of the world. The many forms of this damaged body, the lifeless shell of a fallen protester, a man taking a bullet in a temple, a monk being consumed by fire, were endlessly pictured in magazines and newspapers, flashed night after night on television screens, and presented as real-time spectacle through video transmission." Burden's work deals with problems. It makes us uncomfortable. Yet this discomfort can be cathartic and may serve a purpose. Burden may not offer us enough clues to make a decision. This ambiguity is one of the reasons this video is so fascinating. The primal element of Burden's work becomes more complex when seen next to the sophisticated media strategy the artist employs. Michael Rush writes in Video Art, "In filming these performances and sometimes broadcasting them on television, he created an alternative to the passive viewing we associate with the television. This piece was aired 5 times a week for 4 weeks after the 11 o'clock news." Rosalind Krauss writes about this early generation of video artists in her essay, Video, The Aesthetics of Narcissism. She says, "That world has been deeply and disastrously affected by its relationship to mass media. That an artist's work be published, reproduced, and disseminated through the media has become virtually the only means of verifying its existence as art." Burden is dealing with many concepts in such a simple-seeming piece of artwork. He's dealing with the body, with psychology, with society, with mass media, with the definition of art, and with the role of the artist. What seems simple could also be seen as essential. These two perspectives point us again to the contrast and ambiguity in Chris Burden's Softly Through the Night.